वक्रतुंड महाकाय सूर्यकोटि समप्रभ निर्विघ्नं कुरु मे देव सर्वकार्येषु सर्वदा। ओम श्री महागणपतये नमः। सरस्वती नमस्तुभ्यं वरदे कामरूपिणी विद्यारंभं करिष्यामि सिद्धिर्भवतु मे सदा। ओम श्री महासरस्वत्यै नमः। समस्तजनकल्याणे निरतं करुणामयं नमामि चिन्मयं देवं सद्गुरुं ब्रह्मविद्वरम्। ओम श्री चिन्मय सद्गुरवे नमः। सिन्दूरारुणविग्रहां त्रिनयनां माणिक्यमौलिस्फुरत् तारानायकशेखरां स्मितमुखीम् आपीनवक्षोरुहां पाणिभ्यां मलिपूर्णरत्नचषकं रक्तोत्पलं बिभ्रतीं सौम्यां रत्नघटस्थरक्तचरणां ध्यायेत् परामंबिकाम्। Hari Om and Namaskar. Two of the most famous Sahasranamas, or the most famous things that people chant on a regular basis all over India and the Indian community, the Hindus, is the Vishnu Sahasranama from the Mahabharata and the Lalita Sahasranama from the Brahmanda Purana. If you see the names that come in both of them, you will find that some names refer to Vishnu and Lalitamba as the supreme truth, the reality, Brahma. Brahma Tattva itself, Nirgun Nirakara Brahma Tattva. Also, Vishnu and Amba are addressed as Ishvara, Sarvagnya, Sarvashaktiman, Sarvaguna Sampanna, Sarvakarma Phaladhyaksha, Karma Phaladata, Ishvara, Ishvari. Then, they are referred to as Mahamaya, Mahashakti, and as particular leelas and avatars that they have done. Vishnu as Krishna, Lalitamba as Mahishasuramardini, etc., etc. Now, what do we understand by that? A, that Brahma is one tattva. You can refer to that as Vishnu, Amba, anything. God is one, Ishvara is one, it can be referred to. God can be referred to as Vishnu, Amba, anything. The greatness of the Sanatana Dharma is that we have this choice given to us of worshipping Ishvara as Devi, as a female form. No problem. Because at the end of the day, Ishvara is neither a male nor a female. Now, another important thing to understand is that when you worship Ishvara in a male form, you are already worshipping his Shakti, which also is neither male nor female. Also, when you are worshipping in the female form or as Shakti, you are also worshipping Ishvara, because Ishvara and his Shakti cannot be separate from each other. One without the other does not exist. So therefore, when we are chanting the Vishnu Sahasranama or the Lalita Sahasranama, we should understand and not have this idea in our mind of just a male or a female or Ishvara worshipper or Shakti worshipping. Most of us do. Even though outside we may say, no, we know it's God is one, no, we refer to them. But deep in our heart, most of these Indians make lots of distinctions of this nature. That Shakti is always a female and Shakta, the one who holds the Shakti, is the male. Somewhere deep inside, all these thoughts don't somehow seem to go away. Because when I am worshipping the poet, I am also worshipping his poetic talent. And when I am worshipping his poetry, I am also worshipping the poet. You cannot separate the two. So therefore, please keep this in mind when you chant the Vishnu Sahasranama or the Lalita Sahasranama. Don't make these distinctions inside you. Remember, yes, you have a form, a beautiful form of Devi, of Lalitamba, and you will worship her that way also, without forgetting this. Because if you see the names of this, of the Ma Lalita, you will find all what I have talked about. It is a beautiful Sahasranama. You can meditate on this. When you meditate on these names, you can get Atma Sakshatkara. You can worship through performance of Archana. It brings about Bhakti Bhava in our heart. You can do a daily Parayana. That not only brings Vani Shuddhi, it brings Manashuddhi as well. And as you repeat all the names, if the meaning comes to your mind, the whole feeling is enhanced many times more. A lot of times when Parayana is done, people are so interested in finishing the Parayana. So they keep measuring, oh, today I was able to finish the whole Lalita Sahasranam in half an hour. Then they feel a sense of achievement if they can complete the Parayana in 20 minutes or in 15 minutes. They feel a sense of achievement that, oh, I could do it faster, I could do it. This is what most of us do. So therefore, remember, when we do that, what happens? We are not able to focus on the meaning of the different names. Sometimes finish the entire Parayana, if you have a limited time, whatever it is, then take up one or two of those names and keep them in the background of your mind throughout the day. And you will find so beautiful. The meaning will keep cropping up, and you will find new nuances and beauty to the same. So when you're chanting that word again the next time, it will have so much more sense. It will make so much more meaning to you, and it will give you so much more satisfaction. It will actually bring a lot more bhava in your heart as well. As I said, it is a very, very beautiful Sahasranama. There are people, especially who are Sri Vidya Upasakas, who definitely will chant this. Because many times people feel only it is for Shakti Upasana that you are supposed to do. No, please don't think like that. Because when you worship Shakti, you're worshipping Shiva. When you worship Shiva, you're worshipping Shakti. May Bhagwan bless all our sadhanas, prayers for the well-being of everyone. Hari Om and Namaskar.